I'm Karthik Krishnan, criminal defense attorney with the Shouse Law Group. Starting this year, there are 6 new statutes that were added into California law by Governor Gavin Newsom. These laws took effect on January 1st, 2020, and in most cases, they do not apply to crimes committed in 2019 or earlier, with the only exception being the new civil statute of limitations law for childhood sexual abuse allegations. Number 1. The civil statute of limitations for childhood sexual assault allegations, in other words, how long someone can wait before filing a lawsuit for alleged sexual abuse, has been extended by 14 years. This law was put in place with Assembly Bill 218 and follows recent laws in other states such as New York and New Jersey, giving victims of childhood sexual assault more time to file lawsuits for monetary damages. Under this new law, some victims of childhood sexual abuse will be able to file lawsuits all the way up to age 40. Number 2. Starting in 2020, Assembly Bill 392 restricts law enforcement officers from using deadly force unless it's necessary in defense of human life. This new law was put into place in response to high-profile officer-involved shootings and is a higher standard than previous regulations, which allowed officers to use deadly force when it was reasonable. This new law encourages the use of de-escalation techniques during police interactions and could lead to more prosecutions and civil suits against officers who do use their guns in the line of duty. Number 3. Assembly Bill 45 erased copays that inmates were previously charged for medical care. It also prevents those jails and prisons from charging an incarcerated person fees for medically necessary equipment or supplies. This will allow all California inmates to get important medical care and equipment, even if they cannot afford copays or fees. Number 4. Senate Bill 22 ends the California backlog for testing rape kits. This law requires that all DNA kits in California sexual assault cases must be submitted to a crime lab within 20 days and tested within 120 days. This new requirement comes in response to reports of rape evidence samples that sat untested for years and allegedly made some California sexual assault cases harder or even impossible to prosecute. While SB 22 will likely lead to more efficient and timely prosecution of sexual assault cases by California prosecutors, it could also lead to accused defendants being released from jail sooner in cases where the DNA rape kits are analyzed by a crime lab and come back negative. Number 5. Assembly Bill 602 gives Californians a civil cause of action in cases of so-called deepfake pornography. This allows California lawsuits for monetary damages in cases where fake sex tapes or fake images of a sexual nature that feature the plaintiff's likeness have been shared or distributed. And finally, number 6. Assembly Bill 32 created a new law that restricts California lawmakers themselves. It bans lawmakers and elected officials from agreeing to new contracts with private, for-profit prisons and immigration detention facilities in the state of California. This new law does not outright close for-profit prisons, but simply phases them out, allowing them to keep operating until their current contracts end. However, the Trump administration immediately sought to circumvent the new laws. Only 5 days after the bill was signed by Governor Gavin Newsom, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security posted a solicitation for new contracts to house up to 6,750 detainees in the Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco areas, according to news publications such as the San Francisco Chronicle. Nonetheless, California officials hope these new regulations will improve conditions for inmates and combat recent scandals involving these facilities, such as the Kids for Cash scandal. With California laws changing constantly according to new Senate and Assembly bills, it makes it more and more vital that citizens who need legal assistance contact us immediately here at the Shouse Law Group. Whether it be a criminal defense case, an immigration-related proceeding, or a civil suit for monetary damages, our attorneys will get to work right away to get you the best resolution possible for your case.